Many women over 35 often wonder why men their age show less interest in pursuing relationships or marriage with them. The truth of the matter lies in the fact that a 35-year-old man with a stable job, financial security, and a car can indeed attract younger, more attractive women in their 20s. These younger women, still in their prime, may often seek an adventurous experience with certain individuals, commonly referred to as Chad, and they may dismiss more suitable, serious suitors. This pattern can lead them to a point where they eventually find themselves past a certain stage in life with regrets.
The stark reality awaiting these young women will gradually come to light as the years roll by, and they move beyond their youthful dalliances with Chads and Tyrones. Many women in their early 30s have successfully captured men's attention for over 2 decades. The allure of dating women in their prime has been and will continue to be a common theme among men of all ages, spanning from early 20s to late 50s and 60s. Young women have always attracted the attention they desired from a wide spectrum of men, irrespective of age or social background, who have shown them love and care. Women often experience their peak attractiveness during their 20s, and their desirability can begin to wane in their 30s. In contrast, men typically reach their peak desirability after their 30s, with their appeal extending well into their 50s. During a woman's 20s, she often effortlessly captures the attention of men across various age groups. However, as women age past 30 to 35, and their physical appearance undergoes changes, the interest from teenagers, 20-somethings, and even older men tends to shift towards younger women. Women may perceive this shift as older men treating them unfairly. Rise of single men. There's been a concerning rise in the number of young men who remain virgins under the age of 30. This phenomenon is raising concerns among social scientists and young men alike. As per the Pareto principle, an 80-20 ratio exists between men and women, implying that 100% of women tend to seek the top 20% of men. Several studies have demonstrated this, with one of the most recent studies possibly conducted in 2020. However, multiple data sets reveal that 80% of men and 80% of women may not be deemed attractive by the opposite sex. Research has indicated that women are generally more interested in the top 20% of men, as per the Pareto principle. It's worth clarifying what the 80-20 rule entails, as there are misrepresentations of this principle by certain coaches within the red pill community. Recent articles and news reports have discussed a surprising trend wherein fewer young people are engaging in physical intimacy, a development many did not anticipate. Crucial studies. One such study evaluated survey data collected from 12,000 adults aged 18 to 49 across 21 countries, yielding some unexpected findings. It was observed that not all individuals actively pursue physical intimacy. For many young adults, the presence of their parents in their homes may be a factor affecting their romantic lives. Nearly half of those aged 18 to 24 do not actively date, with 30% never having been in a committed relationship, and 32% having never engaged in casual affairs. Of note, 55% of these young adults continue to reside with their parents. It's important to recognize that casual physical encounters are not as prevalent as one might assume. Among adults aged 18 to 29, only 29% have experienced a one-night stand. 15% have engaged in intimate encounters with multiple partners simultaneously, and 13% have had an affair with a colleague. While many casual encounters originate in person, technology is playing an increasing role in people's romantic lives. Among adults aged 18 to 29 who had casual flings, 93% met in person, and 48% initiated contact online. Interestingly, 20% of men between the ages of 18 and 29 reported dating someone they met at church. Young adults, particularly those between the ages of 18 and 29, are generally more comfortable with digital sharing compared to their slightly older counterparts. A survey revealed that 22% of adults aged 18 to 29 and 16% of adults aged 30 to 49 have shared explicit photos with someone. However, their living arrangements often differ from their predecessors. Most young adults move in with a partner when they leave home, typically around the age of 24. A mere 13% of those aged 25 to 29 claim they've never been in a committed relationship. The advent of apps has led to a variety of experiences, from meaningful relationships to brief flings. Approximately 30% of men and 23% of women aged 18 to 29 who have used dating or hookup apps have had casual flings, while 19% of men and 10% of women have found committed relationships. Over the past decade, there has been a significant increase in the percentage of 18 to 29-year-olds reporting a lack of physical intimacy in the previous year. Research, as reported by the Washington Post, indicates that the percentage of men under 30 in the USA who have not engaged in intimate encounters nearly tripled between 2008 and 2018. In 2008, around 10% of men under the age of 20 reported no intimate encounters in the previous 12 months, which was significantly more than women. Over the past 10 years, this number has more than tripled for men under 30, reaching 28%. For women under 30, the increase was less than 10%. It's essential to note that the accuracy of these figures could be affected by the way the data was reported. For instance, individuals could have had intimate encounters before the age of 18 or exclusively with same-sex partners. The study also revealed a significant increase in the number of young men who identify as virgins since 2008. Another study indicates a rising number of young people who abstain from intimacy. Among men aged 15 to 24, the proportion who have never engaged in any form of sexual activity has increased from 22% in 2002 to at least 27%. For women in the same age range, the figure has risen from 22% in the previous study to 29%. Teenagers aged 15 to 19 have shown the most significant increase in abstinence. However, it's important to note that most individuals between the ages of 25 and 44 have engaged in sex, with 98% of women and 97% of men having had sexual encounters. Within this age group, 89% of women and 90% of men have engaged in oral encounters with individuals of the opposite gender, while 36% of women and 44% of men have had intimate encounters from behind. Interestingly, women with college degrees tend to report less same-gender activity compared to women with lower levels of education. On the other hand, men with higher levels of education engage in more same-gender activity. For women, those with less education report higher levels of same-gender activity. Essentially, this suggests that the more educated a woman is, the more likely she is to be interested in men, whereas more educated men tend to be more interested in other men. Contrary to the idea that a select few individuals dominate the sex market, research suggests that around 20% of men who are among the most promiscuous control approximately 50 to 60% of the intimacy market. For women, this distribution is quite similar, and these shares remain relatively constant over time. Young male abstinence. The surge in young male abstinence is not primarily due to the rise of chads and stacies, dating apps like Tinder or Bumble, or shifts in women's attitudes towards relationships. It is more likely associated with people spending more time in education and living with their parents for longer. This trend is linked to changes in the information economy and rising housing costs. These factors have contributed to the growing abstinence among young people, making it more challenging to form relationships. Although more educated individuals tend to eventually marry, both men and women are delaying marriage, particularly during their years of education, which results in more prolonged periods of singleness. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you can be the first to know when my new video drops. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.